Hi, it's June 27th, 9:59, almost 10 o'clock in the morning. And I have to start making YouTubes so that I can get my ideas out there, ideas across, and my epiphanies or serendipities. And I like to talk about God and the game of life. Since this is all a game, I once asked the girls, I go, if life is a game, where's the damn rule book? I said, now that's a good question. They went to the Vatican and asked the Vatican, is there a book called The Game of Life? And they go, yeah, it's in here, but it's invisible. Well, this was after I ended the game of life back on September 29, 2018. I ended the game of life. I won. I brought everybody up out of the dungeon and up to here, up to the kingdom of God. Well, they went and looked at the game of life, the book of life, and it wasn't invisible anymore because we weren't in the dungeon anymore of darkness and not being able to see things. So, Game of Life and the Book of Life, when it gets published, here's what it's going to say. It's going to say, God created mankind just so that he could have fellowship with somebody. And not somebody that he can just talk to as a servant, but somebody that could be an equal to him. How do you create somebody who's an equal to you without him wanting to destroy you and take over your kingdom? Because basically that's what's going on right now. Everybody wants to take over my kingdom. They don't understand that they can't do that. They don't have the capacity to do that because I didn't give them the capacity to do that. I gave them a soul, which is my soul, with its own identity. And when you take my soul and you strip out my identity, you take out my heart, my compassion, and my understanding and my wisdom, and you give it to somebody else, and all they have is their brief reference of life and what they can enjoy. Now, their idea of enjoyment is watching other people suffer, going out hunting and killing, trapping animals. And it's unbelievable what people have come up with as their idea of enjoyment. So here we have the Book of Life, and I like to see what it actually says, but everybody here was here in the beginning, and they were all servants, and I was having a game of life. I was having the kingdom of God, and everybody kept insisting that they didn't like the way I ruled the kingdom. You know, they didn't have compassion and heart and understanding. But since I'm such a understanding and empathetic, I wanted them to be able to go out and create a world in which you can either choose God or not choose God. And the people of darkness, they seem to think that their life was pretty good. But they don't understand. They get their energy from me. So how can you bite the hand that feeds you and expect to still exist? Well, these are all questions that any man of science or knowledge likes to think about. If God exists, what does he exist at, and what does he like to do, and what are his goals? Right now, God didn't even know that he was a God. They stole that identity from him. Why? Because I am God's physical body. And they stole my identity from me, and they stole my memories from me, and they didn't steal my heart, though. It's like the game of life just ended compared to 8 trillion years. I said it's only going to last 8 trillion years because after 8 trillion years, I'm bringing everybody back. And I'm sure I had a plan because I knew that what it would take for me to come back. I'd have to give up everything, my identity, everything, just for me to exist. Because they don't trust me. They don't understand. They keep biting the hand that feeds them. So sooner or later, we're going to figure this all out. All right? Here's a 6-minute and 47-second video.